A lady named Amy Federici lives in the New York area, and she and her family was the subject of a major article in the New York Times back in January. Amy had a pretty hard life because when she was 26, she got married, and a few weeks after she got married, she found her husband had pancreatic cancer, and 3 months after that, he died. And she's a widow at 26. And 1 year later, she was commuting home from her Manhattan job to her home in Queens, on Long Island. And she was in the car, and a man got up in the car, turned around, and started shooting everybody. And she was one of the 6 people that were killed in the Long Island Railroad Massacre. She was part of a very close family, and the article goes on to show how remarkable that family was in its response to the whole tragedy. One of the first things that the family did was they donated Amy's organs to 3 people and saved their lives. And one of the experts in organ donation points out this family is so odd because generally when a family is able to donate organs at a moment of crisis, a tragedy, grief, accident, they can't bear usually to see the person who got the organ. They don't want a relationship with them. They don't even want to see them. Yet this family reached out to those people, brought them into their lives, are now very good friends. And this is typical of the New York Times. The real story is this. Where did these people get this self-control? Here's what it says in the Times. Get this. It says, instead of turning bitter, as many of the others involved in this tragedy did, the family is forgiving. Born-again Christians, the family speaks gently of Mr. Ferguson. We have been much in prayer for that man, they say. Their attitude is totally amazing to others, and one of the organ recipients has said, I could never have been that forgiving. Here's what's interesting. This family looked behind the death dealer to death, looked behind the evildoer to evil, and released and spent their anger on the death and on the evil instead of on the evildoer. And as a result, instead of their anger spending them and controlling them and keeping them imprisoned in their past, they spent their anger to do some tremendous good. 2 different families, one in the Bible, one right here in New York.